Hello beautiful people of YouTube, this is Bahama Raven speaking, and welcome to what is definitely my last recording session of Trails of Cold Steel 2, episode 63 as of right now. I'm not sure if there's gonna be an episode 64, but I guess we'll have to see about that. Last time we took care of the final side quest of the game, and something is happening at the old schoolhouse. Now, before Before beginning the recording here, I went to Toa and reported the side quests, as you can probably see on screen right now. I'll probably keep that part. And yeah, now it's time to go and see what the whole schoolhouse has to offer. It's worth mentioning that past this point, all of the side quests gone. I think there's only one more that we need to do, but we need to check the schoolhouse first. Yeah, as you can see, it says that the story will advance now and all unfinished quests will disappear. Let's go and see what's inside. Gonna have to do a little bit of an explanation later.
Strange. I can't sense anything abnormal. Valimar said he sensed movement in the earth veins below us, but...
Aha, there you are.
Wait, that voice is familiar. Toval?
Toval?
Long time no see.
Yeah, tell me about it. What brings you here? Do you need me for something?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm just in Trista for work I need Sarah and Mick for, you see. I figured while I was here, I might as well come and see how things have been with you. Then I saw you walking off over here, and it seemed like the perfect time to catch up and say hey, so, you know, here I am. This is that old building Valimar used to be sealed away in, huh? Sarah's the one who told me all about it, but she wasn't lying about how creepy it is. It's got this real weird air about it. Why are you hanging around here?
Well, I thought there was, Actually, it looks like it was just my imagination, so don't worry about it.
Okay?
Way to make a conversation weird now.
Still, by the sound of it, the guild's been keeping you busy lately. Has your workload lightened up at all?
It's relatively peaceful right now, yeah. It won't last, though. If anything, it's only going to get worse.
I'm sure.
Thanks to Crossbell being annexed before a full-on war could break out, things have on the surface calmed down. That's partly thanks to you, too. The only problem is, now there's no power out there at home or abroad capable of stopping him. And by him, I mean our friend the Blood and Iron Chancellor, of course.
Yeah, I guess the entire situation has made him pretty much untouchable.
What's up?
It's nothing. The only people who know the truth about me and him are the ones who were there that day. Still, I wouldn't be surprised if Prince Olivert and Viscount Xseed have worked it out already. How much should I tell him?
Don't worry, Reen.
About what?
Sarah's told me no more about what went down in that castle than she feels I need to know. I'm not privy to any details involving your friend's death or your private business. I can't pretend I haven't managed to fill in a few gaps just from putting two and two together, though.
Figures. I mean, he is pretty smart after all.
Sorry. It's not like I don't trust you or anything. I've just got a lot of things I need to sort out in my own head first.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I'm guessing time will help in that regard, but it'll only go so far. Hey, Reen. I know I've asked you this before, but you sure you wouldn't consider becoming a bracer?
I mean, it would be pretty fitting for Rain.
I really do think you'd be a natural. That you've got the physical strength goes without saying, but I think your mindset is right up our alley, too. The guild might be kinda limited in what it can do here in Erebonia, but we do work all over the continent. I'm not saying leave everything behind and run, but it'd be a good chance to look within yourself and think things through.
That is true. But I'm afraid I'll have to decline.
That's a shame.
It certainly seems to be a wonderful profession, judging by the work that you and Instructor Sarah do. But I feel like I should see the path I've chosen through to the end. I've got Valimar to think about too.
Well, if that's what you want. That's a real shame, though. Here was me thinking I'd be able to bring a promising rookie into the fold, too. No big. We'll see if you change your mind come graduation. I'm not giving up on you just yet.
Well, I'm flattered.
Oh, there he is!
Huh. Now there's a familiar voice.
Elise, Your Highness!
I really have to wonder what the two of them are doing here.
Wow. What did we do to deserve this honor?
Reen, Toval, it's wonderful to see you both again. I must say, I wasn't expecting to find the two of you here. Alone.
Alphen, don't try it.
Moving right past that, what brings you out here?
Well, when I spoke to you yesterday, you sounded a little despondent. Which is what prompted me to tell her if she was that worried, she should come and pay you a visit.
I can see why Elise would come here, but I'm surprised you decided to accompany her.
You've got to be two of the most fearless young ladies in Erebonia. Although with the third most fearless young lady in Erebonia as an escort, I'm sure you've got nothing to worry about.
I'm honored you would say so. It's good to see you again, Toval.
Likewise. We're not exactly on the same side these days, but there's no need to let that stop us from being friendly off the clock.
I'd like nothing more, honestly. Oh,
It's always nice to see these awkward moments, huh?
I assure you my accompanying them was purely by coincidence.
Oh, I know. If anything, I'm the one who's putting you out. I seem to be the reason they came here, after all.
I never once thought you were putting me out, so don't worry. I did wonder whether it might be best to stay out of your sight, truth be told.
Please, don't think like that. I was the one at fault, not you. I really am sorry, though. I was being so childish.
Not at all. If I hadn't been so self-righteous, I'm truly sorry.
It looks like another formidable foe has entered the fray.
It always comes down to that.
Your Highness, please!
Reen, I swear, you're a damn magnet for trouble when it comes to women.
One line that is probably going to come back and haunt him in 3 and 4.
Well, this sure is an odd place for everyone to be hanging out in the middle of the day.
Oh, hey, Celine.
Celine! Oh! Oh, how I've longed to pet that glossy black fur again! You're never going to give this up, are you? I thought something felt odd over here, but I guess that's because of you guys.
Oh, I totally forgot until you said that.
Forgot what?
Is something wrong?
Oh yeah, you did say you were here for some reason.
Finally, the plot is going back on the right track. Thank you, game.
Yeah, I sensed something strange earlier, then...
Huh?
Last time, the bell tolled. It wasn't good news.
How?
Is that the old schoolhouse's bell?
Wait, didn't Sarah say that the last time this rang...
Aw, damn, not this again.
What's happening? The building is glowing?
Yep, and it's not the only thing that's gonna happen.
Celine, this is just like before.
Yeah, this is obviously serious. Unlike the last time, however, there doesn't appear to be any kind of barrier around it.
What in the world? And
it's just like the first night of the festival.
Rean, what's happening here? Wait, Elise? Your Highness?
Whoa! Claire and Toval are here too?
What's going on here?
Do my eyes deceive me? Are all 3 of the fabulous 15s here in one place?
Angelica, stop.
Way to keep your priorities in check, Angie.
What's happening here, Celine?
Don't ask me, I just got here. Rean, can you tell us everything you know?
I think we all need to be apprised of the situation.
Yes, we were just talking and the old schoolhouse bell started to toll, that's all. I skipped. Sorry. Anyway, but with no barrier surrounding the school like last time, they finally decided to enter the old schoolhouse. My bad for skipping. I was mildly distracted, I won't lie. Also, judging by the fact that the video is probably already like 10 to 12 minutes long, I'll probably have to cut it into 2 parts. I have just this nagging feeling of what the hell is going on here. Reverie Corridor? The hell? Feels like I've entered an entirely different dimension.
What happened here?
This doesn't look anything like the inside of the old schoolhouse.
It's changed form many times in the past, but at this point it no longer even feels like we're inside a building. The strange rumors about this place were around even when I was a student, but I never pictured anything like this.
When was the last time it changed?
A while ago. The last time anything this extreme happened was when the 7th floor opened up.
Oh yeah. So yeah, the end of the first game basically.
Still, that was underground, right? This is the first time it's happened above ground, I think.
Yeah. There's no sign of that door with the elevator inside either.
It's like all someone did was snap their fingers and the whole interior was changed in no time flat.
I tried, but even my clairvoyance isn't enough to tell us anything.
Nothing feels particularly off to me either. Well, if you two can't work anything out, the rest of us sure won't.
That's a bummer.
But we can't exactly just leave and pretend we didn't see anything.
Oh.
Gonna try and see if Valimar knows anything?
Yeah. Heed my call.
Valimar, the Ashen Knight!
Hello.
Goodness.
You know how to do spatial translocation with him?
Valimar, do you understand anything about the situation we're in?
We witches only know half the secrets concerning the Divine Knights.
But you're one yourself. Maybe you know something?
My memories have yet to fully return. What I can confirm is that this place was created by the gnomes.
Huh. The counterparts to the witches.
Gnomes? Weren't they also responsible for building the spirit shrines we visited?
Indeed. They're said to have worked with the Hexen clan's ancestors 1,200 years ago in order to accomplish something.
That is correct. Some of their finest technology is gathered in this place.
This is technology? Kinda hard to believe.
The creation of a large-scale phase space, the expansion of flexible materials, as well as the development of the trial system.
Like the trial all of us overcame earlier this year?
And presumably the same ones Dreikels the Lionheart and the Lance Maiden overcame before us.
It must be. Crow was supposed to have overcome one under Ordis, too. Tell us everything that you know, Valimar. Why did the gnomes make a place like this to begin with? Why seal away the Divine Knights and make us overcome trials to obtain them? And what's happening here right now?
I have lost the knowledge with which to answer your questions.
This is a convenient way, probably, to hide details until Cold Steel 3 and 4, I think.
However, the key to all is known as the Great One. The first to be born, and the last to stand.
The Great One, huh?
The first to be born, and the last to stand.
I feel as though I've heard those words before.
I'm sure it would mean something to Vita and the Elder, but I'm clueless.
Furthermore, the entity you fought during the Jetlag trial you overcame is none other than the shadow of the Great One.
Really now? That thing?
That huge thing? I feel like something's clicking into place in my head, but not really.
Still, if what happened here before was a trial for us to overcome, is what's happening now a trial as well?
Most likely so. However, this is not an official trial you were intended to complete.
Not?
I suspect some disturbance triggered the activation of a different trial, resulting in the current turn of events.
So what you're trying to say is that this shouldn't have happened in the first place, but it's happening anyway?
Let me get this straight. This is all related to the truth behind what happened 1200 years ago, right?
We've gotten ourselves wrapped up in something that's truly out of this world, haven't we?
Class 7 seems to be up to something.
Wait, you aren't all thinking of...
Yep, they are.
You're gonna try and get to the bottom of this, aren't you?
Yes. It might sound strange, but this almost feels like a continuation of the first night of the festival.
And, by coincidence, this also happens to be our final free day.
Oh yeah, they were always exploring the old schoolhouse during free days in the first game, so it kind of makes sense.
I think we can all agree that we have a duty to see this through.
And we'll be sure to do so by the end of the day.
I doubt it will compare to the trials we faced in that infernal castle, but it should prove interesting nonetheless.
Like there was even a point in asking, Sarah.
I do believe we should be acting with a little more caution. But where do you begin preparing for a situation like this?
Well, if you all insist. But we're coming too.
You will? That would be a huge help.
It would certainly make our investigation easier if you were with us.
You guys rock. Yeah, you're all super strong! In that case, I would be more than willing to assist you as well.
When did she...
Sharon? How long have you...
Can you maybe stop doing the thing with the skulking around in the shadows and popping out at the last minute?
Oh, Lady Sarah, I did nothing of the sort. I only arrived mere moments ago.
Really? I have trouble believing that.
Why are all of you always like this? Right. Okay. This time, I'll be coming with you all to make sure you don't push yourselves too hard.
Oh, we get to play as Toa too.
But...
This is our final free day too, you know. We want to make it one to remember as much as anyone else.
I'll stay here and back you guys up. If you need anything, just say the word.
Thanks.
We appreciate it.
Well, if everyone else is joining in on the fun, the two of us would like to assist you as well.
Wait, what?
What? Your Highness, I'm not sure...
Please don't try and stop me, Captain. This academy was founded by one of my ancestors. And as a member of the Arner family, I hardly feel that I can turn a blind eye to what is happening here. And besides, I just so happened to receive this wonderful gift from my brother.
Oliver, you sly son of a gun.
That looks like...
An orbital staff? Though it's a different size than the ones we use.
Yeah, remember in the Pantagruel chapter how Alphen was a playable character but didn't have a weapon? Yeah, here's that.
Hold on a minute. Isn't that the Epstein Foundation's latest model?
The Epstein Foundations.
Weren't their staves the original model for the ones we've been testing here?
My brother used his connections to get it for me, and it's been adjusted especially for me, so I have no problems using it.
A member of the Arner family using a specially adjusted orbital staff should be quite formidable.
Yeah, I can see her being a real force to be reckoned with using it. Naturally, if Her Highness is going, I will be accompanying her. And I'm afraid that nothing you say is going to change my mind.
Much to Reen's dismay.
But...
You're fighting a losing battle, Reen.
if you're so worried about her, why not take her along so you can keep an eye on her instead?
Alright, I get it. Class 7, and everyone else kind enough to aid us? Our mission is to investigate and resolve the strange situation here. This is our Class 7's final trial. So let's give it everything we've got!
Right!
So yeah, basically we get to play as every single character in the game. Like, no joke. If you noticed, you can choose Class 7 members, Sarah of course, Toa, Angelica, Toval, Claire, Sharon, hell, even Elise and Alfin. All characters that have joined the party as guests, of course, but now they're all available. You can make your dream team out of this. The thing about this dungeon is that you want at least 5 members of Class 7 in the overall party, but that's another thing that won't be really an issue. Of course, you know that I'm gonna bring Fee, Elisa, and Emma with me. Also, I'm gonna bring Laura because I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to break that, you know, Radiant Lion thing. Might as well have it just as a backup plan. And I'll use the last 2 slots for additional party members. For one, I don't want Sharon to be in my party. I'll bring Claire, considering that she has a pretty useful craft. And maybe I'll bring... let's see... maybe I'll bring Toa around. She might be useful in a way. Yeah, all females except for Reen. I'm not very original, am I? And we get some attachments for them. Okay, so let's talk about the Reverie Corridor real quick. The inside of the old schoolhouse has been transformed into an area called the Reverie Corridor. This area has no fixed structure and changes its layout completely every time you enter the dungeon from outside. Translation: this place, the final dungeon of the game, is entirely random generated. Well, in a way. You see, there are going to be rooms cycling around the 4 base elements: fire, earth, wind, and water. But the thing is, you don't know in which order they come, so they change every time. Monsters will revive and treasure chests are reset, allowing you to conquer it as many times as you desire. Yeah, infinite loot. Have fun with that. You can reorganize the party by talking to any of the team members at the base of the corridor, so in this area. After reaching certain points, you will be able to warp back to this base area. So yeah, to change the party, talk to any one of your allies at the base. And the layout of the dungeon itself is randomized, changing every time you leave and re-enter. All Class 7 members and supporters can temporarily use Overdrive no matter who they're linked with. So yeah, everyone can overdrive with each other. And the amount of link experience that you gain in battles have been increased by 3 times. So yeah, this is the place where you want to farm that link experience in case you are kind of lagging behind. The enemies in this area are significantly stronger than those in the final chapter and must be approached with due caution. The specifics of the enemies fought will be recorded in the EX Reverie Corridor section in your notebook. So these monsters won't count for monster completion trophies. As a matter of fact, I want to double check something. I want to see... Yeah, I've got all the entries, so I'm okay with that. Not sure if I got all the chests, so I'll have to double check that one later. But yeah, that's a thing for later. Also, another thing that I wanted to show you before starting with these side thingies. Hi, George. No, it's not here. Yeah, probably here at the orb and charging station. See this thing called Phantasmal Mirror? So, these items that cost 200,000 each are very particular items. For you see, if you equip these accessories to another character, the character itself gets replaced. In this dungeon, you have the possibility to play as 5 boss characters, or characters that are not in the main party, those being the Chevalier's Mirror for Crow. Yes, I'm not joking. The Witch's Mirror, so you can play as Vita. The Black Rabbit's Mirror, so that you can play as Altina. The Courageous Mirror, which lets you play as Lloyd from the Divertissement, and the Silver Mirror that lets you play as Risha, always from the Divertissement. The thing is, the items are gender locked, so for example, Reen can only equip the mirrors for Crow and Lloyd, and a female like Elisa, for example, can become Vita, Altina, and Risha respectively. So do keep it in mind. I'm probably not gonna do that. I mean, I'm probably gonna buy one of them just for the fun of it. But I'm not sure if I'm actually going to use that, as I do have my plans for the final dungeon. Anyway, before heading out, we got some very final things we need to check out. First and foremost, we need to talk to Elise to upgrade her bio, but I'm gonna talk about the... I'm gonna read this. Have you reached out to Mother and Father since the last time you were in Ymir by any chance? I have, actually. Sent a letter while I was in Crossbell. If it hasn't arrived yet, it should be there any day now. I see. But, might I ask why you didn't make the time to come back and visit Ymir? Well, it's the end of the year. I can't exactly skip classes and my friends will be gone before too long. I'm still not sure I can bring myself to talk to Mom and Dad right now. Especially after what they told me before the battle in Heimdall. Get that they probably thought keeping the truth of my birth from me was for my own good? But that doesn't exactly make all of this any easier. If I may, you've been away for so long that our parents are starting to worry about you. So perhaps next time I go back to Ymir, you could join me? You sure, Elise? Well, if that's what you say, then I think that sounds like a great idea. I'd be a terrible son if I didn't make an effort to go see them, wouldn't I? You said it, not me. And that updates her bio. Then we can talk to either Claire or Alphen for a short scene. Or maybe one each. Oh, this is wonderful! Never thought the day would come when I could fight alongside all of you like this. I can hardly wait to tell Cedric when I'm back at the palace. Has he recovered now, incidentally? Oh yes, he's largely back to normal now. He had to take it easy for a month or so after what happened. But these days, he's regained most of his energy and he's generally doing very well. Not quite well enough not quite well enough that he's likely to be able to attend the welcoming ceremony here at the end of the month, though. Oh, right. The boys of the Imperial family do traditionally attend Thor's, don't they? It nearly slipped my mind. He was supposed to start here this year, then. That was the plan. He's incredibly frustrated not to be able to, too. He was looking forward to coming here while you were still at the academy. That really is a shame, but after all that happened, I think it's better to err on the side of caution. Not too late for him to come to the academy next year, even if we won't get to enjoy being here at the same time. I'll be sure to pass that along to him. Oh, speaking of, something nearly slipped my mind too. I have something I need to give you. It's a letter from my brother, my elder brother this time. To me? Okay, let's see what Oliver has to say.
Hey there, Reen. I'm glad to hear you were able to safely return to the academy. In truth, I fully intended to come along and see you in person, but it was unfortunately not meant to be, so this letter will have to do. With how serious you always seem to be, I'd wager you're feeling more than a little conflicted right now. About who you are, what you should do, what your place in this world is. I wish I could help you figure them out. But there are no simple answers to those questions. Even if there are, I certainly don't have them. All I can do is impart to you these words. There are no heroes in this world. Many people are held to be just that. Like the beloved Dreikels the Lionheart, the famed Lance Maiden, and even our favorite Chancellor. But no matter how much they achieve or how popular they become, they are humans just like the rest of us. They doubt themselves just like us. They feel conflicted just like us. They question their decisions just like us. You're no different from them either. You're not a hero. You're simply a student like any other. You doubt yourself, you feel lost at times. You rely on others when you need to. You make friends, fall in love, live your life, and live it proudly as yourself. You don't need to try and become someone you're not. I look forward to our next meeting. All the best until that day comes. Olivert Rice Arner.
Well, that was nice of him. I don't know what to say. You have one amazing brother. Don't I? I feel a little ashamed it's taken me so long to notice, but I think I now finally understand what he's been fighting for. Together with just how perilous the situation in Erebonia continues to be. But I also believe that no matter what happens, he won't give up that fight, and he'll come out victorious in the end. I feel exactly the same way. I can't let them fight alone either. Thank you very much for delivering this to me, Your Highness. You're quite welcome, Reen. Okay, one more scene with, where's... Oh yeah, Claire's not here. I'll bring Angie into the party for now, I guess. Where are you? Ah, here you are. I knew the rumors circulating that this place was full of mysteries, but none of them did it justice. I almost wish I had investigated more thoroughly while I was still here. So I'm guessing you investigated some, then. Come to think of it, you attended Thor's, Millium's attending now, and even the Chancellor was here once. Was Lecter a student here too? No, actually. I hear he attended a famous school over in Liberl instead. Yeah, and if you played the Sky games, you would know. Oh really? I guess that explains how he seems so well informed in international affairs. He ended up having to withdraw part way through his time there, so he wasn't able to graduate. But from what I heard, he had quite a colorful life as a student. He believed he even served as the school's student council president. What? Yeah, I totally don't see it. I don't think he could be any less like Toei if he tried. You'd be surprised. He may act flippant, but he's a very considerate young man. I got a phone call from him just like last night, actually. He said all of 2 sentences before hanging right up, too. Try to take things too seriously is gonna have the opposite effect of what you want, you know. Just try talking to him and telling him how you really feel without feeling the need to control the situation. Wow. Maybe you're right. He must have somehow worked out exactly what was going on between us. That's Lecter for you. I doubt even he was able to predict what would happen here, though. The area we're in is clearly one where common sense rules we're used to don't apply. But you can make it through, Reen. You've overcome impossible odds so many times before. And I'll be right there with you to overcome this one. Thanks, Claire. I'm glad to have you with us. Okay, with that out of the way, I'm actually gonna head out the dungeon because there are a couple of things that I need to do before getting there. For one, we got more bios to upgrade. First, I'm gonna go to the main building first floor in the instructor room, and I'm gonna talk to Makarov. Sorry, but I'm gonna skip the dialogues. It was a talk about Instructor Mary being forced to marry and how, you know, Makarov is somehow supporting of her. Shipping, maybe? What's next? Okay, second floor. I need to go to the home economics room here, and I need to talk to Margarita. Making food for Vincent, I guess. Good luck with that, buddy. Next, the auditorium. And I need to talk to Becky and Colette. Now, where are they? Okay, this is Becky. Becky and Hugo tied in their competition, I guess. And here's Colette. Okay. Student Union building, second floor. I need to talk to Dorothy in the Literature Club room. Okay. And then there was, no. Aha! Here you are, Rex. Next up is at the gymnasium. Need to go by the pool, if I recall. I need to talk to Casper here. And then I need to go to Trista, to the upper class dorm, and talk to the maid Lot again. And finally, we need to go... Please. We need to go inside and talk to Celestine. There we go. With that out of the way, I took care of all the profiles I could upgrade. And now, let's see. There's this final side quest that we need to tackle. And in order to execute it, you have to come here to Trista, of course. It's a hidden one, I think. And it's near Trista Station. Probably remember this guy, Anton. In order to trigger the side quest, you must not have Sharon in your active party. Just fair warning. I can't believe I was lucky enough to run into her a second time and even talk to her. Me! Maybe this really is fate, but what if it's just another trap to break my already cracked heart into pieces yet again? Oh yeah, now that I think about it, Anton did participate in the other two regions, arcs, Sky and Crossbell. And he was part side quest where he tried to confess his love to maidens and had his heart completely crushed, but story for another time. I don't think I've ever seen anyone more in need of help. Is something wrong? I'd recognize that uniform anywhere. Wait, do you not recognize me? Come on, you even helped me out before. First game, Chapter 2. Very hard. I guess your face is kinda familiar. You're Anton, right? From Liberl. I think we saw you a couple of times during the war, too. It's very nice to see you again. So you really do remember me. Ooh. But if I'm running into you guys, this must really be destiny after all. Destiny? There's something really super incredibly important that I'd like your help with. Are you willing to hear me out? Well, it's not like I have a choice. I might end up regretting this, but sure, I'll lend you a hand if I can. Thank you. Oh, what a lucky day! This year in Erebonia has led to almost nothing but trouble, but it looks like it's about to pay off after all. Am I right? Or am I right, Ricky? I'll say. Even if you don't get to enjoy all of your dreams coming true, I get to enjoy seeing them crumble around you. It's a win-win. Jeez, and these guys are supposed to be friends? I guess everyone's different. So exactly, how exactly do you want us to help you with this win-win situation? It all started a few months back when we went to your big academy festival, and lo and behold, I end up meeting the woman of my dreams. But the thing is, now that I've met her, I need your help to get to know her. I think I see what you want us to do now. But why ask us? I'm not exactly a love expert. Yeah. But don't you usually want to avoid random people when you're with the woman you love? Well, from what I've heard, you students with the red uniforms all live in that dormitory down the slope there, right? That's where this vision from the goddess used to work. Wait, that has to be... Sharon? Yes, that's the one. Ah, Sharon, what a beautiful name. It sounds like the harps of 1,000 angels. Yeah, he is, nuts. She stole my heart the moment I saw her standing in the kitchen that fateful day. She's beautiful, she's kind, she cooks like a master chef, she's got that stunning smile, she's absolutely perfect. But then the war broke out right after we met, and I couldn't even say a word to her with all that going on. Just when all hope seemed lost, I ran into her right here, and she greeted me like she remembered me and everything. She remembered me! Some guy she hasn't seen or heard from in months. We're clearly destined to be together forever. Yeah, he is delusional. Let's maybe not jump to conclusions here. But okay, the gist of it is that you want us to help you two get together, right? This is a headache waiting to happen. Kinda like that, just without the instant results. You see, you really can't hurry a love. Says the guy who... I'm not getting into that. The path to any successful romance is locked and rigid with a set number of steps that need to be taken in exacting order. It's taken me a long time and many failures to finally see that. A long time. Sounds like you hit a few speed bumps on your road to romance. Anyway, it's amazing luck to see her after all this time, and I might never get the opportunity again. So at the very least, I want to try and get her contact info before I lose this chance forever. So please, will you be willing to help? I don't expect you to do anything more than get her info, I swear. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Okay, fine. We'll get you her contact details and that's it. Really? Oh, thank you. Oh, goddess, thank you for shining your joyous light down on me at last. Yeah, so how exactly do you want us to go about this? It's really not hard to get her contact info. All we have to do is ask. No, that wouldn't work at all. Didn't you hear me when I said the steps to love needed to be followed in order? I need you to set up another accidental encounter for the two of us so I can ask her myself. The whole thing's gotta feel natural, like fate brought us together several times and want us to stay together. $5 says that she's going to notice. If you say so. Any trace of natural died the minute you got us, all of us involved. Don't worry about it, I got the whole thing planned out already. But before we get started, I'm going to need to get a present for her. I want to get her something that really says, thanks for picking up my handkerchief when I dropped it that one time. So, helping me choose something she'd like? I mean, if anyone knows her, it's all of you, right? You should know. Can't argue with that. Might as well start with combing the shops around here and see what we can find. Finding a good gift for her isn't going to be an easy task, though. He's right, let's see what we can do. How about we hurry up and get this done with the whole schoolhouse isn't going to take care of itself. Thank you so much, let's get started, shall we? Yeah, okay. Welcome to the final quest in the game, and I'm sorry it's taking so long. So, yay, anyway, as a start, let's talk with all... You need to talk with all the NPCs. And, sorry, but I'm just gonna skip, the dialogues for the time being. And, thing is, for each and every one of them, you want to recommend holding off, at least for now. You don't have to pick, a gift arbitrarily at that very moment. You need to talk to 6 different people. At the general goods shop, the boutique. Then there was the florist right here. Then there's also Mick down here. Okay. And then, let's see, is there anything else? The bookstore, and after that, I think there's someone at the academy. Particularly at the auditorium. Aha! Hi, Becky. Okay, let's see. Okay, after a bit of a break, I decided that I saw what the guide told me, and it says to talk to either Becky or Mick. Because, you see, once you talk to both of them, Reen does say that, well, you need to talk... the stone that Becky has and the bracelet Mick has, combined would make a perfect gift. I also did something probably wrong. The guide says don't speak to the florist, it will cause you to lose 1 AP. Hope I didn't do anything wrong. But, yeah. So, in order to complete the quest, talk to all of them, probably minus the florist, and then choose either Mick at the pawn shop or Becky, and there we go. With Sharon's presence decided, they regrouped in the park. Anton explained his plan to bump into Sharon's by complete happenstance and give her his carefully chosen gift. Once they were all clear on the particulars, they began part 2 of the operation, getting Sharon to the park. Is that you, Sharon? It's me, Alisa. Lady Alisa, how lovely to hear from you. May I help you in some way? Actually, there is something we'd like your help with. You're still in the old schoolhouse, right? Would you be able to come to the park in Trista? We'll meet you there. But of course. I would come to meet you no matter where you were in Zemuria, and be there in 3 minutes or less for that matter. Okay, 2 things. 1, she probably knows about everything that's going on, and 2, what the hell are you, Superman? Alright, we'll see you there. But it might take us longer than 3 minutes to get there. So don't stand around waiting and being creepy if you don't see us. You can go pass the time somewhere else. Very well. I shall see you shortly then. That takes care of one big part of the plan. Shouldn't be long now. Think you're ready for this, Anton? Am I ever? My plan is foolproof. We'll see about that. Sharon's got to cross that bridge to get into the park. So I wait for the perfect moment, walk around that corner by the florist, and start crossing it myself. That's how we end up bumping into each other. I'll say hello, then casually invite her to join me for a cup of tea. While we sit and talk and have a great time, I'll give her my present. Before we split up, I'll ask her for her contact details. See, the plan's flawless. Not a single thing could go wrong. I mean, the plan in itself is not bad, maybe a little rushed when you consider the relationship side of thing. You know, asking for contact info. The second time you meet a person, it's not likely going to happen, but who am I to judge? Thanks to you guys, I even got the perfect present for her too. I do feel a little bad for tricking her like this. A blind date probably isn't the worst surprise she's ever received. I'm sure she'll let us off for this one. Nothing to do now but to see if all this works out. There's a reason I always have a plan B. Hey, don't worry about me. I can handle this just fine. It's been a long, hard journey to get to this point, but my painful failures have only helped me prepare for this. Aina, Fran, look at me now. I won't let your rejections of me be completely in vain. Well, no matter how things go, we will hold back and watch from afar. So, good luck. Here's hoping you're successful. Thanks, guys. I'll give it my best shot. Several minutes later, a lone figure appeared on the bridge. There she is. Anton, go, go, go! Right, let's do this. Step 1, the chance encounter. Oh, sorry, almost ran into you, didn't I? Oh dear, my apologies. I should have been paying more attention to where I was going. Oh, not at all. I should have looked to see if there was anyone on the bridge before stepping out. Hold on, I recognize you. Oh yes, you're the one I encountered in front of the station earlier. We're certainly running into each other a lot today, aren't we? Yeah, you're right. Boy, coincidences sure are funny things, huh? I mean, what are the odds that would happen? It's wild. Come to think of it, I never introduced myself, did I? I'm Anton, a traveler from Labourle. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Master Anton. My name is Sharon Kruger. I'm the caretaker of Class 7 dormitory. While I won't be interested much longer, I do hope we might meet each other again during my remaining time here. The pleasure is all mine. Still, now that we're running into each other again, would you maybe like to get a cup of tea and talk for a while? With me, specifically? While I'd be flattered by your offer, I'm meeting some people who are very dear to me. I simply couldn't make them wait. You must be able to spare a little time, surely. I mean, you're only a little ways from the park where you're meeting them. You sold yourself out with that line, you realize that. If we sit at the seats outside the cafe, you'd have a clear view too. There's no way you could miss them. And I'll treat you. I really want to do something to thank you for giving me back my handkerchief that time, so please. I suppose you're right. Perhaps we could pass the time together until they arrive. Though I am rather curious as to how you knew I'll be meeting them in the park. See? Just a lucky guess, really. You were walking in that general direction and it's a proper old meeting spot, so... Anyway, shall we get going? Well, he managed to invite her to the cafe at least. That's one big hurdle cleared. Poor Anton seems so on edge. And he's planning on sitting and drinking tea with her in that state? Can he really pull this off? I can't blame you for being worried. Well, all we can do is keep an eye on him and see how things play out. Oh, looks like they just ordered. Was Rin talking with a low tone, or he was just talking to himself since it was in brackets? I do wonder. Boom, step 2 completed. That was a perfectly natural cafe invite. Now comes the hard part, but I know I can do this. Master Anton, is something wrong? You look so serious all of a sudden. Oh, me? No, it's nothing. But I've been meaning to ask, when we ran into each other for the first time today, it seemed like you recognized me. Did you? Or am I mistaken in that? I certainly did. As I recall, we met at the Academy Festival last year, did we not? I remember you dropping your handkerchief and me returning it to you. You really did remember me. Oh, I'm not sure I could forget an encounter if I tried. It proved to be a very memorable one. I dare say few would degenerate into uncontrollable sobbing on their friend's shoulder upon having an handkerchief returned. Yeah, that's an Anton. I suppose it's just as well I returned the handkerchief when I did, even if it did end up soaking wet as a result. I was so amazed that women as kind as beautiful as you existed that I couldn't help myself. And once I reduced my handkerchief to a useless soggy mess, you were even gracious enough to offer me yours. I'll never forget the kindness you showed me that day, not in a million years. Oh, you really needn't make such a big deal out of it. I could hardly stand by and watch you cry in public without a usable handkerchief, could I? It's kind of embarrassing when you put it like that. How can that man live with himself? I guess social awkwardness just comes naturally to him. You never know, he might end up tickling some woman's maternal instincts one day. It looks like Sharon has a pretty good impression of him though. Surprisingly, yeah, he might be able to get her contact details after all. As Anton and Sharon sat and talked, Anton gradually began to relax and started talking naturally. After a while... Oh. Something's up. Oh, I'm all out of tea. As am I. Time really does fly when you're having fun, doesn't it? Still, I think I should probably be leaving now. Hold on, can't you just stay a little longer? We could always order more tea if that's the problem. I'll pay for it and everything. I appreciate your offer, but considering that the people I was supposed to meet have yet to arrive, I'm starting to worry. Should they be in trouble, it's my duty to go find them and extricate them from it myself. I'm sure they're just fine though. What should I do? I've still got 5 more steps to clear before I can ask her contact info. Dude. The video is long enough as it is, I don't want to make it even longer. Well, Master Anton, if you excuse me, I very much enjoyed our time together. I shall take care of the payment myself, so by all means, please stay here and relax to your heart's content. Wait, there's something I need to give you first. It's a little thank you present for returning the handkerchief and something for you to remember our meeting here by. Okay. Oh my, this is a lovely little bracelet. Is this handmade? It has such a strange warmth to it too, and the design is so charming. Thank you, Anton. I will treasure this. I did it! She loves it! Okay, I got the momentum here. Now all I gotta do is write it. Time for the final step. Coolly, calmly, and casually ask for her contact details. Sharon, can I ask you a favor? What favor would that be, Master Anton? I love you, please go out with me! And there it is! He blew it. What? What? Where did that come from? What happened to just asking her for her contact info? Yeah, this is why you got rejected the past 2 times, I think. Definitely the first one. The second one was more like, I have someone I love already. I think. What happened to those steps he was so insistent on following? Oh, what have I done? That's not what I was going to ask her at all. I've gone and ruined everything, after coming so far too. My, Master Anton. Oh, hideous, I knew it. She doesn't know how to react. I knew this would happen. This is always what happens. I set out on a journey to change myself, but here I am, making the same mistakes I always do. I haven't changed 1 iota. And at this rate, I never will. I'm doomed. Doomed to keep repeating the same failures over and over again. Time to drag my carcass back to Riki again. Might as well just pack up and go home. Please don't look so upset. I'm very happy to know how you feel about me. Come again? It must have taken a great deal of courage to confess something like that to me and some devotion to prepare your chance to. This isn't an experience I can claim to have ever had before. But perhaps this is one of the many forms that love can take. If it is, it's a beautiful one. Unfortunately, there are already people to whom I have pledged my love and devotion. So, I am afraid I cannot return your feelings. But with the courage you've shown me today, I'm certain that you will one day find the happiness you deserve. Got a peck on the cheek, I guess. Should we ever have the opportunity, I would be delighted to share another cup of tea with you someday. Please pass on my regards to Class 7 too. Of course, I mean, Anton kinda gave himself away, but... you probably did notice them around that block. I wonder how many seconds it took her to figure out we were involved. And that's our Sharon, alright. She's just the worst. Turned down again. Feels kind of weird though. I'd normally be crushed right now, but this time I feel... refreshed? All things considered, after proclamation of love like that, I don't think things could have gone any better. He's got a kiss. He should consider himself lucky. Lane, that's not really the point. You probably don't want to hear this from someone younger than you, but... there are artifices in the sea. I'm sure things will work out for you in the end. Best of luck with your future romances. And love is one of life's greatest trials, after all. Finding love is as hard as finding oneself. The harder you work at this, the better luck you have. Don't give up. Just don't lose sight of what makes you, you, and things will turn out just fine. I'm sure of it. Yeah, lesson number 1 of love. Be yourself, don't act like you're someone else. I really can't thank you guys enough for all you've done for me today. I do have this, though, which might be a start. Take it, you've earned it. 9 lives puppet. I think I know what this does. Thanks. Oh man, my heart's still fluttered from the whole thing. But I'll never forget the feeling of that kiss. It'll inspire me to find my true love forever and ever. Right, now I just need to decide where to go next. Sounds like you're all done here. Riki, guess what? Something amazing happened to me. So it seems. Want to grab something to eat? You can tell me all about it. And you know what? I'll treat you today. Really? Thanks! Perfect timing too. I just blew the last of my money on a present and a bunch of tea. Well, see you guys. Take care. You too. Here's hoping we run into each other again someday. Yeah, it'll definitely happen. Okay, no, I was afraid I would lost 1 AP, but that would happen only if you decide to talk to the florist and not to either Mick or Becky after you talk to both of them. That's good, that's very good. Okay, with that out of the way, we are done officially this time with all of the side quests. And as a matter of fact, there is one final thing that I would love to show you, but I can't do it directly. I'll have to find a clip of it online and attach it to the video somehow. Although I'll probably do it in the next episode. But for now, one last thing. Okay, so I did have a change of heart. I'm gonna bring Claire with me and Eustace. I'm sorry, but I want my Mobius, man. And finally, there it is. If you get 329 AP,
wow,
you have...
that must have been tough.
You have officially gotten all of the AP in the game. You have done all of the side quests, and it's going to be a full S rank. But of course, after rank A0, you don't get new rewards, unfortunately. So the last thing that I need to check is... Oh, right, I did get the Albion Garb from Patrick last time. Art Strike and Art Defense plus 25%, Magic and Evasion 25%. It's not bad, I guess. And finally, the 9 Lives Puppet. It prevents KO, or rather, it prevents KO once per battle, and it revives you with half of your health, but unlike the Emergency Puppet, it doesn't break. So once per battle, you're granted an auto life. It's not bad, to be honest, but yeah. Anyway, looking at how things stand, I think I have 2 videos ahead of me still. This one is going to be the biggest one, and it's going to go live on my channel on Friday, 26th. And I have 2 more episodes that I'm going to make. One is going to come on the 27th, and is going to include one scene that I forgot to mention. I will show it right then and there at the beginning of the episode. And then I'm going to show you the highlights of my exploration of the Reverie Corridor as I go through it. And the final episode is going to be the final boss of the game and the ending cutscenes. That's it. So yeah, until tomorrow, I guess. This has been Bahama Raven, and I hope you enjoyed. Sorry if this video was only cutscenes and no actual action, but yeah, the next one is going to be slightly different. Think of it as episode 60 2.0 in terms of editing, but yeah. I'll see you then. Bye-bye!